What's up, family? It's your brother Anwar from Apply Jesus, where we give you the best Bible study tools, habits, and mindsets in order to use so that you can get the most out of your Bible study and make a practical application of godly principles in today's modern world. And in this video, we're going to be talking about 3 ways that you can get closer to God starting right now. Way number 1 that you can get closer to God is by thinking about how has God blessed me today. Be intentional with this. Be current, be present. Think about stuff he's done today, such as waking you up this morning, such as making sure that your body functions right. Always remember to be grateful for what he's done. One of the ways that we grow closer to anyone, not even just God, but just anyone in general, is by remembering what they've done for us, by thinking about how they've contributed to who we are and how we've come to be here today. When we think about how they've contributed to our growth, it makes us appreciate them that much more, and it makes us display that appreciation to them. We want to show them that we're appreciative. We want to do everything we can to let them know, I appreciate you for doing what you did. And I want to make sure that you know that I appreciate you. So that's thing number 1, is make sure you understand how exactly he's been blessing you, how exactly he has contributed to where you are right now. Always make sure to remember the things that God has done in order to position you where you are today. Thing number 2, are the people and things that I'm hanging around pushing me towards God or pulling me away from God? This is an important question to ask because it deposits the thought that some things are profitable to our growth with God and some things are detrimental to our growth with God. And remembering that is very important to your relationship with Him, because everything that you experience, everybody who comes into your life is not always going to be good for you or beneficial for your life in Him, with God. So you have to really examine those things. Some people seek to pull you away from Him. Some people aren't looking to help you grow in God. Some people aren't looking to help push you further and further in Him. But you have to remember to analyze those things. You have to remember to put everybody in their proper place, to look at a person and say, you don't mean for me to be great in God. You don't mean for me to know Him in a better way. You don't mean for me to pursue Him. And so I need to limit the amount of time I spend with you. I need to limit the amount of exposure that I spend with you, because the more two people spend time together, the more they begin to reflect one another's qualities and traits, the more they begin to act like one another. So make sure that the people that are around you are people that are pursuing the similar things that you're pursuing, similar likes and passions, people that love God just as much as you, if not more, people who you see have a strong connection with Him. Flock with those people, connect yourself to those people so that they can help you on your goal to growing closer to God. Thing number 3, when you want to grow closer to God, there's a question you have to ask yourself, which is this self-serving or God-serving? Is what I'm asking God to give me self-serving? Does it only benefit me? Is it only beneficial for what I want? Or is it God-serving? Is it something that He wants to give you already and that He can make use of in your life in order to reach other people? Is what I'm asking for God to give me something He can use to get the glory out of my life? Or am I just asking for it so that I can enjoy something? Am I just asking for a bigger house so that I can have more space, so that I can just brag about it? Am I just asking for a better car because I'm tired of the current car? Am I just asking for stuff so that I can enjoy those things? Or am I really seeking to please God and seeking to serve God, even in the things that I'm asking him for? Sometimes we need to check our motives when we're asking God to give us things and to help us in certain ways. We need to check our motives and make sure that what we're asking for isn't merely self-serving, but that it's God-serving, because everything that God gives us will always be profitable to us, and it will always serve us and work together for our good at the end of the day. But we want to make sure that we're always asking for those things which serve the purpose that God has on our lives. Make sure that in all things that you do, you are serving the purpose that God has on your life, and don't hesitate to always chase after what it is that he has for you, because it's in these places, because he's the one that holds your purpose. He's the only one that can truly introduce it to you and make sure that you're walking according to the purpose for which he created you, because he's the one that created you. So he's the only one who can give you specific details. So as you draw closer to God, as you maneuver your way into a deeper relationship with him throughout the rest of this time, you want to make sure that you're giving him your all, that you're giving him everything. So I've got one bonus tip for you. And that's when you're talking to God in prayer, to be open and honest with him, to make sure that you withhold nothing. And when I say you're honest with him, I mean that you tell him everything. And when I mean tell him everything, I mean when you get into prayer and you're doing something that you know you're not supposed to be doing, such as maybe watching pornography. The goal in your conversation with him is not to say, take away my lustful desires. No, take away, Lord, I like watching what I'm watching. Lord, help me to have a godly desire, to look at women the way I'm supposed to look at women and not chase after them in this fashion. Help me to reserve this lust for its proper place inside of marriage. These are the type of things and the type of comments and conversations that you should be having with God, so that you can be open and honest. Tell him how you really feel. Tell him how much this thing is bothering you. Tell him how much you're struggling in order to accomplish this task and this goal, because I promise you, everybody has a struggle, but the goal is to overcome. And the only one who can help you overcome is the Lord. And so Jesus came to give you the power and the ability to do so. Make sure that you connect with him and make sure that you leverage him so that you can overcome those things, because you overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony. Make sure that you stand sure on the word that God has given you. And I can assure you that you will be victorious and you will grow closer to God than you've ever been before. I look forward to seeing you next time. Come back and see us.